I had anxiety so bad, like, that it was a point where I remember, like, laying on the couch and I couldn't get up. I couldn't walk to the bathroom. Like, my dad had to carry me. And I was missing out on, like, everything during my senior year, watching Valerie do all the activities with my friends. And yeah,
And
I
you
was in the
danced, so
doctor's
she
office.
wasn't able to do any of our like performances or anything like that. She had to sit and watch.
And I like missed school once a week to go to the doctors and do so many different kind of tests because I couldn't figure out what was wrong with me.
Yeah.
And so yeah, and then I feel like it was through that time that God started to speak to me first, like drawing me back to Him, because there was a time when I had my faith in God, but then, like Valerie said, through high school we stopped pursuing God, like didn't have a relationship, we weren't reading our Bibles, and then that point I was like, is this going to be the rest of my life? Like, am I going to be stuck like this, like not being able to like take a shower or go to the bathroom or like walk around or do exercise, because I love doing that too, and like I thought it was going to be like that forever. And so then it got, I don't know, like I remember one point I was like, God, like if you take this away from me, I will literally follow you for the rest of my life. And like I didn't think that that prayer had such impact because I was just like thinking it in my mind. But as time went on, God took it away from me. He healed me from anxiety, and I don't like struggle with that anymore. So yeah, that was...
When you say anxiety, like, I mean, I've experienced anxiety. The way I always describe it is like depression is like hopelessness. So like when you, I think a lot of people who are obsessed with their past, they get depressed because you want something to change that can never change, which is your past, and then you feel hopeless. And for me, I experienced depression in high school, and then I experienced anxiety. Like I read all these self-help books, started working out, became like a really cool person on campus, which in high school I was not a cool person. And cool not by biblical standards, because Jesus loves all of you, but cool by worldly standards. And that led me, I switched. I went from depression, I went to anxiety. You know, I say anxiety for me, and this is my understanding of it, is like when you want something in the future that you can't have now. Like, so I always wanted to have 1 million subscribers, and like I could do things, like I can post another video, I can film, I can work out, I can better myself, but it doesn't happen instantly. And so as long as I was obsessed with something some place or some goal that I wanted that I couldn't have in this moment, I would feel anxious. But when you say like I had anxiety, like I couldn't go to the bathroom or I couldn't like do this, I'm curious if it's anything similar to what I'm saying or just like a completely different thing, or how would you describe it?
I mean, it sounds different because it sounds like you were like, felt like you had to strive to be what you wanted to be. Like I was more, like, I don't know, I feel like I may have internalized a lot of things that I didn't realize, and then like things going on, and then it ended up coming out, but physically, like on my body, it took a toll. So my body was just like not responding properly. So like when I would be in dance, or it just got like worse and worse and worse. So like I would be dancing because we had like 3 dance classes in our high school, like in our
like
regular
during the school day,
and then we would go to dance after school, like from that point until like late at night. And so I would feel like I couldn't breathe and dizzy, felt like I was gonna pass out or fall on the floor. So it would like make my heart race sometimes, make me not be able to see, make me feel like I was gonna pass out. And then when I was at the point where like I couldn't walk or anything, I just felt like weak, or like I couldn't take a deep enough breath is what happened.
And so you pray the prayer, and is it instant? What happens?
I was still like struggling with it, and it was like all day, like I had to just be basically sitting in my room, like in my bed, because I felt like I couldn't do much. And I don't remember like a certain instant where it was gone. I just felt like over time it got better and better. And like I would still sometimes feel it, like certain lighting would bother me, or like, I don't know, it's so weird, but that's how it was. And then it just started to slowly go away.
And now, like, do you feel it ever now?
No, I mean, there was one point, like, more recently when it started to come back, but then it was like here when we were in the internship actually, and we were in a church service, and I said, God, like, this is not gonna come back to me and like try and take over my life again. And I like rebuked it. I said, as soon as I walk out of this building, it's gone.
Yeah.
And so it was gone. Didn't have it again.
Nice.